right, so let's go ahead and we're going to talk about some Week 5 fantasy football predictions. Um, Will
Yeah.
Disley, I think he's going to be amazing this week again. I picked him up, and I'm so glad I did because that was a steal of free agency for me. Another steal of free agency.
Yeah.
He's ranked fifth at tight ends right now and has 4 touchdowns already, and he wasn't even the starter week 1. So that should tell you something about how much Russell Wilson thinks of the kid. All right, another kid I picked up on free agency and then dropped him for 2 seconds. Somebody else picked him up and then traded him to you. Talk about Chris Godwin for a minute, why don't you?
Hey, I like it. I like the fact that he picked him up on waivers, so he didn't like his trade value too much. So he didn't value his player too much because he just got him on a waiver pickup. I snuck a trade in real fast and I picked him up. I like him. I do. I don't know if I'm going to start him this week though. I'm really on the edge because of the matchup, and I think Jameis is going to have an off week. So we'll see. But yeah, I like where he's at. You
Well,
like any more fantasy
oh yeah,
fantasy picks before I move over to maybe like a FanDuel? Okay, keep going then.
I got you. Well, real quick, Godwin is ranked number 1 at his position. I did send you a message earlier today saying you should probably start him because he's ranked number
Yeah,
1 at his position right now.
yeah,
DJ Moore, a lot of people own him, ranked 37th at his position, but I like the matchup this week. Defense doesn't look good up there. I think he's going to be able to take care of them. Sterling Shepard is a good pickup if you can still find him on free agency. He's becoming Daniel Jones' favorite target. He's not going to do good this year or this week. And then Ricky Seals-Jones. He's still available in a lot of leagues, and I think you guys are going to like him because he's taken David Njoku's spot for the Cleveland Browns, and his receptions are
yeah.
going up each week. He had 3 receptions last week, but they were for 82 yards, and you can tell Baker Mayfield likes him in the middle of the field. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give you a full minute, and I'm going to let you talk about this, your fantasy or your FanDuel, or if your guys are playing, what's the
Yeah,
other one?
FanDuel,
DraftKings.
DraftKings, yeah.
Let
Yep.
you talk
Yeah.
about
So if
those
you're in that
style.
kind of aspect of the game and you're not really talking fantasy, but you're talking that to pay for, I'm all about the stacks this week. Stacks are really going to be where it's at. Real quick, I just wanted to hit something about Sterling Shepard. You were just talking about him.
Yeah.
Reminder that Golden Tate will be coming back this week too. So that's something to keep in mind too. Also, all right, go back to those stacks. Philip Rivers and Keenan Allen. I think that'll be a great stack this week. Philip Rivers isn't really percentage owned. I don't think he's hit that max yet, so I think you could sneak in maybe a good stack there. Possibly Mike Williams too, if he decides to play or has more than 100%, or he's if he's more capable of playing this season or this week so far. I also do like both quarterbacks that are playing in the dome this week between Matt Ryan and Deshaun Watson. If you can stack Ryan with Julio or even Sanu, I would stay away from Ridley though. He's been a little off the last couple weeks, and then Watson with Hopkins obviously. But another guy to worry about or to take a look at with Houston is Will Fuller. Now he hasn't had the greatest season so far, but he's due for a game, and what better game than doing it against Atlanta, right? So that could be one of those Atlanta's defense has just not really been up to it. And a lot of people are giving Andy Dalton a pass for last week and saying you can still start him because he has been decent in fantasy, but I would give him a break this week, and I would sit him. And there's a lot of other better options this week. Stay away from Dalton.
Right, absolutely. Okay, I agree with like everything you're saying. I haven't played much FanDuel this season, so I haven't gambled all my money away this season yet. All right, so let's get into the Rays Astros game.